95% of journalists who cover sports are men. Which begs the question, where are the women?
Here's a good example. I've covered the NBA Combine sometimes, like either social media or reporter. And I remember like walking through the gym with all the NBA scouts that were there and then the college players who were there. I want to say I was one of maybe 2 or 3 women in the entire place. And you're talking about hundreds of people in there.
I will do a spring football game today where I will probably be the only female there. And that is every weekend, every job that I do. It's very rare that there is another female on the crew.
In 2021, the sports media industry was given a gender grade of F on the Associated Press Sports Editor's Gender and Racial Hiring Report Card. But the problem begins in college, creating a pipeline issue for women in the sports media industry. In fact, a 2022 study from Ithaca College found the disparities in enrollment between men and women in university sports media programs. At Butler University, the sports media program enrolled 76 men and only 22 women. At Oklahoma State University, 97 men and 29 women. At Ithaca College, 116 men and only 19 women.
I decided to do sports, and I think when I didn't think about it when I first went to college because there just weren't many women in sports.
But I don't know that I went into Marquette thinking like this is what I want to do, or that I even realized that sports was a legitimate, there was a legitimate opportunity in sports for me, to pursue that as a career.
So, less women are studying sports media, and problems still arise for those who do find a way into the industry. These female analysts, commentators, and reporters are tested on their knowledge despite their qualifications, and are often extremely sexualized. People refuse to look past the fact that they are women to see that they are actually experts in their field.
If I mispronounce the name, she's a female and she doesn't know what she's talking about. My male colleague mispronounces the name, he just got tongue-tied.
It's a constant test of your qualifications and intelligence when that's not necessary. Like, you should just look at the credentials somebody has and be like, oh, that's an insightful point. I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah. I have always felt that I had to study more and know more than my male counterparts because there is an outside view of she doesn't know what she's talking about. Remember walking to a Tennessee football game that I was covering and someone said to me like, hey, what's a squib kick? Like just randomly as I'm walking, it's like it was them wanting to test me.
You get in an Uber or you're out and someone asks what you do and you tell them and all of a sudden they've got a quiz for you. And it's like, yeah, all right, that certainly isn't happening to my male colleagues.
There's a constant pressure to never mess up and to always know more because I am a female. When you cover what is primarily a male sport, football, basketball, baseball, the idea of, well, you never played the sport is always there. Even though most of the men that you see calling sports has probably not played that sport either.
But progress is being made.
Absolutely. I mean, when I first started, the only job a female could have on TV was a sideline reporter. And it grew into a host of an NFL show or play-by-play or an analyst. Like we now have female analyst. Doris Burke is a female analyst for the NBA, a male sport.
And I think that number is definitely growing. And what I've seen from ESPN is an intentional effort to make that happen, to put more women at the forefront, to put more Black women at the forefront. Like I think that they've been a leader in that space, and have been, doing great work to make broadcast feel diverse.
More women being on screen makes the dream seem like more of a reality for aspiring young women, and it has also built a strong community between the women that are currently in the field.
What you see now between women in sports is like this incredible bond because we all have been through the same thing.
And a bunch of us have a group text and we talk a lot, and there are men who have kids as well in our group, but it's nice having someone in the same situation, like same kind of stage of our life, like things like you wouldn't think of, like what's it like to pump in an NFL station, stadium when you have a, you're back from maternity leave, but you have a kid, what's it like, I don't know, so many things that you just wouldn't think of and that men frankly wouldn't understand. And so to have someone else to kind of just talk to about that has been really helpful.
So reach for your goals. Change happens one person at a time.
There will always be a subset of this country or world that doesn't believe that women should be in sports. And no matter what you say, what you do, how great you are at your job, you're not going to change their mind. Also realize it's not my job to change their mind. They will sit there and they have their beliefs, and you will see it on social media, and the mute button and the block button is very powerful. And when you realize that those opinions don't matter and those opinions won't ever be changing, and that's not the viewer that I'm broadcasting to, then there becomes a freedom in doing your job and a confidence that comes along the way.